Hey dorks, coming at you from the Lone Star State, a pop culture podcast about movies, TV, toys, and other dorky things, with a twist of real life dad stuff too. So here he is, Lucky the Dork Dad. This is the Dork Dad Podcast.
I wonder what's inside your butthole. I wonder what's inside your butthole. Maybe there's astronauts, maybe there's aliens all inside your butthole. What's inside your butthole? I always want to know. What's inside your butthole? I always want to know.
What up, bitches? Yeah, I know I usually say what up, dorks, but bitches just comes out more naturally. I might just go with that from now on. But anyways, welcome for those first time listeners. I am Lucky the Dork Dad, and this is the Dork Dad Podcast, where I try to talk about dorky, geeky stuff, movies, TV, toys, whatever, and also touch on my experiences as a dad of 3. 2 boys and a girl. Girl's the middle child. And the evil one. And yes, my 3 kids did play a part in the reason why I haven't recorded since this whole COVID outbreak started. But here I am, straight out of quarantine. Now I know peeps have already talked about their experiences and whatnot, but since I've been gone, I thought I should share what's been going on in the G house. Yes, I call my house the G house because my last name starts with G. And for those wondering, I am Mexican, even though for those who've seen my name, it doesn't look like a Mexican last name. But it is. Trust me, I've been into Mexico and I've seen my last name plastered on a huge wall of some auto repair place or something. So I am Mexican, even though it doesn't look like it. So what's been going on in the G house? So when all this started, like a lot of people, I was sent home from work to quote unquote work from home. And at first thought, I was like, yes, I'll have time to get in a bunch of recordings in, since I'm kind of hit or miss sometimes. I got things going on. I was like, I'm gonna reach out to a few people, line up some shows, which I'll get back to a story on that in a minute. So I was all excited, right? I was going to have all this time to do all this stuff I didn't have time to do before because I was always fucking working. I was like, I'll help the kids with their schoolwork. I was like, I'm gonna clean out the garage finally, maybe put in some yard work. I wanted to plant an apple tree or something. We wanted to repaint the inside of our house. I was like, man, I can get some painting done. But what I didn't realize is by staying home, I fell back in love with one of my other favorite things. I didn't think it would consume a lot of my time, but I just fucking forgot how happy it made me and how long it has been since I've had a chance to enjoy it. And that is sleep. So I fucking slept so much, I had for work, I had to check in every morning on Microsoft Teams. Teams is like, it took over the business Skype meetings, whatever. But I'd have to check in every morning at 8, so I'd set my alarm for like 7:45. Sometimes I barely made it because I hit the snooze button. And it's a good thing we didn't do video for those meetings. It was just audio because, I'd be there and just sitting on my chones, barely awake. And as soon as we were done with that meeting, I'd crash out again. Now this would really piss off my wife because at her job, her specific role at her job, she can't work from home. Even though like 80% but the other people in the building she works in were working at home, she had to fucking be there. So she was all pissed off. So me and the kids would stay home while she worked, right? I felt bad, but at the same time, it felt so fucking good to just fucking sleep, get some rest in. It'd really make her mad though when she'd come home from work and all of us would still be fucking asleep. She'd come home and be like, hello, have you seen your kids today? And I'd be like, yeah, they're upstairs, duh. She's like, did you even feed them? I was like, yeah, they're old enough to feed themselves. We fucking got cereal and snacks and shit. She's like, did you make dinner? And I'd be like, yeah, what do you want me to order? Order that shit right now. Then she'd really get mad. I was like, look, woman, I work hard, right? I am just trying to catch up on some fucking sleep. And yeah, I got away with that for maybe the first week, maybe half a week, before she saw my bullshit. But after that, I think boredom set in and laziness set in, and I just didn't get shit done. But it is what it is. I'm back at work now, but yeah, there's a lot of things I wanted to do that just didn't happen. So like I said, I planned on recording a bunch of episodes, try to stockpile some episodes to publish, but it didn't happen. So my excuse is that I didn't have my laptop. So my oldest has his own laptop, and we also have a Chromebook, and then I have my laptop that I use for recording, so I record directly into the laptop. Well, since my damn kids had to work from home too, I had to let my daughter use my laptop, and my youngest use the Chromebook. So she still has my laptop. Yeah, I haven't gotten it back yet. And I know it's just an excuse. I could have got it from her or used it when she's not using it. But yeah, I just got a little lazy. So that's my story, and I'm sticking with it. Um, I would say my kids got lazy too. Uh, for those of you who have kids and they're assigned all this shit on like Google Classroom and these Zoom meetings and all this stuff. So my kids, they get assigned their work every Monday, right? And they have all week to do it. And I'd check on them every now and then. They'd be on the laptop, they'd be on the computer, and every time I look at them, it looked like they were doing schoolwork. But who knows? I'd check on them, and then I'd get a snack and take a nap, and that was my day. So they're assigned work every Monday, and then what was funny is like Sunday night, like they're all like uh Sunday night they're rushing on the computer, they're like like they're doing all this stuff, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? And like, yeah, we need to hurry up and finish because it's due by Sunday at midnight. I'm like, you guys had all fucking week to do your assignments, and you're trying to do it all Sunday fucking night. But yeah, that's what was going on. I think one thing that I did pass on to my kids, and it's obviously showing now, is that I'm a big ass procrastinator. They probably hear me telling my wife, I'll do it tomorrow or I'll do it later. And now when my kids try to tell us the same thing, I'm like, well, fuckers, it's later. Later is now. So I'm sure a lot of you guys are facing the same thing. I think they're just bored too. Bored and tired of being in the house all day. Sometimes they seem a little sad because they can't go out, can't see their friends. My youngest still likes school. He's in 5th grade, going to 6th next year. And he was a little bummed out that he had to finish the school year at home. My daughter was excited to try out for the high school dance team. She'll be going into 9th grade next year. But they have canceled the tryouts. I think they're trying to do some kind of virtual tryout on the computer or something. I don't even know how the fuck that's gonna work. Plus, this is the last time that she'll be at her regular dance studio since she's going on to high school. We told her, yeah, that's it. You know, it costs a lot of money to do all that shit and go to the competitions and stuff. But yeah, so this is gonna be her last year competing, and as of right now, they've canceled all of her competitions too. So yeah, she was bummed out about that. You know, she was really looking forward to her tap solo and duet, which were pretty freaking good. So now it just seems like we're just paying all this money for her to dance at a recital. But anyways, my oldest again will be a senior next year, and we don't know what's going to happen for band. He plays the trombone, for those who don't know. And I mean, are they still gonna have football games? I don't know what's gonna happen. Whatever happens, I don't think it's gonna be like it was this past year. I don't see this social distancing thing ending anytime soon. I really think it's gonna be at least a year or so before we start to see anything that resembled how things were before. Let's see. Plus, I believe people in masks are just going to be a normal thing now. So, me and the kids were just in a funk, you know. Like I said, my wife would come home from work. She'd want to go out for a walk, get some exercise. And we'd all still be in like the same clothes we slept in, or sometimes my kids were wearing the same things they wore the day before. I'd be like, did you even shower today? They'd be like, maybe. But I had to get these kids up and going, get them doing something, right? My boys, or I told my boys, let's go bike riding, you know, let's go around the neighborhood. They're like, cool. until I forgot. My oldest son didn't have a bike, and I had given him mine. I had a pretty decent bike, Trek mountain bike, 29er as they say. So I was like, shit, I'm gonna have to buy myself another bike, or we're gonna have to get another bike so I can go riding with them. I didn't want to throw down a bunch of cash on a brand new bike like that one, but at the same time, I didn't want something cheap. I just didn't want to spend hundreds of dollars, right? I mean, we're doing okay with me working at home, and not working any overtime, but I haven't been bringing in as much as I normally do, so I was like, screw it, I'll go to Walmart and pick up a bike, right? I go to Walmart, no fucking bikes. I go to Academy, no fucking bikes. I think I tried Dick's Sporting Goods, no fucking bikes. Everywhere, I went, nobody had any fucking bikes. It was like looking for fucking toilet paper, I mean, the only places that had bikes were like the bike shops, right? That had the really higher end bikes like the Treks and the Fujis, Cannondales, all those expensive ass bikes. Like I said, I didn't want to spend that much cash. So I was like, you know what, fuck it. I need to find a bike, right? I actually had something to do now. I found a purpose. I would spend all day on OfferUp and Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace. Like, I need to find a fucking bike. I was on a mission. Right, now get me wrong. All those places had bikes on there, but they had a lot of crap bikes. And I wanted something decent. Something similar to what my other bike, right? The 29er. I wanted some disc brakes. I had a list of stuff I wanted. I just didn't want to get anything, which I probably should have done. But like I said, I was on a mission. I was obsessed. I'm gonna find a good bike. But this shit was so crazy. Everyone is looking for bikes. I was constantly looking, going back and forth through the sites. And as soon as a decent bike came up, like I swear within minutes of it being posted, gone, right? I was getting all pissed off because like I'd be on OfferUp looking, nothing. I'd go do something for like 10-15 minutes. I'd come back, I see one posted, and boom, it's gone. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? So it literally took me like 2 weeks to finally get a fucking bike. I was lucky enough to be the first one to message this guy as soon as he posted it. And even when I met up with the guy, he was like, man, I had like 60 other people message me right after you did, wanting to buy the bike. I felt like I won the fucking lottery or something. I was like, yes, I did it. I got a fucking bike. Let's go fucking riding. I got my boys. Like, let's go. Now, keep in mind, it's probably been about a year or so since I've actually rode a bike. Maybe closer to 2. But, and we've been lying around for a few weeks doing nothing. But we had to get out. So we're going off. We start off, everything's cool. My neighborhood's a little hilly in some areas, and I'm fucking huffing it, right? Fucking, I haven't ridden a bike forever. It's like, whew. And we were probably out there for maybe like 15 minutes. I stopped to take a breath, and like as soon as I put my foot down, my fucking leg gave out and I fucking dropped. And I was like, what? Oh shit, what the fuck? And I looked around to see if anybody saw me. He's like, I think just my youngest saw me. And he was like, Dad, you okay? And I was like, yeah, I'm good. Fucking, I was even struggling to fucking get up. My legs were all like jello. It was at that moment I was like, holy shit, am I an old ass man and I can't even ride a bike anymore? I was like, what the fuck? I got to get my ass up and start moving. We've been laying around too much. I was like, shit. So now we've been going out riding more, still huffing it, but at least I can stand up afterwards now. At 42 and overweight, Yeah, that scared the shit out of me. So, if there's a life lesson that I can tell you guys from this episode is just to fucking keep moving. Don't be a lazy ass and lay around all the time like I did when I was not working. Keep moving. Keep moving. Keep moving. I think that's the trick. It's funny, in my neighborhood there's a lot of people that walk up and down the main street. Like my house backs up to a main street, and there's always fucking people walking. I always see this old lady. This is an older lady, and like she's fucked up. Like whenever I see her walking, like her back there's something wrong with her back. I don't know her name, even though I really I wanna get to know this lady because like she is always fucking walking, but her back is fucked up. I know she has some kind of back issue because she's always hunched over when she's walking, but she don't let that stop her, right? She's always out there. When I leave for work under normal conditions, I leave at like fucking 4:30, 5 o'clock, around that time in the morning, and she's out there fucking walking. And then even when I come home from work around the same time in the evening, she's out there fucking walking. Like I always see her walking. I think that's all she does. But she's out there fucking, she's doing it, right? Even though her back's fucked up. Yeah, so keep moving, folks. Just keep moving. Stay healthy, be safe, and all that shit. So, I mentioned I wanted to get in some fucking recordings in, right? I was like, this is my chance. Sometimes I get busy and I can't record, and I miss a week, and I'm like, oh, I can record a few episodes, get some people on, talk about whatever the fuck, and I'll stockpile some episodes. So I started reaching out to a few folks, and it was just hard, I was looking at some local folks to meet up with, some toy store owners. You can go to the comic place that I go to, but it just didn't happen. With everything going on, everybody's scared to get together and this and that, and it just didn't happen for whatever reason. But right before everything started, I wanted to get in an episode with Chubbs, right? From Boys with Their Toys. Chubbs just makes me fucking laugh. I know everybody thinks, or I think most people think Nate kind of leads that podcast because he doesn't shut the fuck up. He's always fucking talking and takes over the show. But you know what, Nate? You just need to shut the fuck up, right? And yeah, and Chubbs is better than Mike. Fuck Mike. Nobody cares about your welding. And guess what? Mike, my job actually taught me how to weld for free. I didn't have to go to school. But at the same time, that was like 14 years ago, and I probably couldn't weld a damn thing anymore. But I just thought I'd throw that in there. And nobody cares about this fucking turtle you saw in the fucking road, which you're probably hallucinating anyways, right? So, Chubbs, to me, Chubbs is the shit. Even though he likes fucking Godzilla figures, whatever. So I figured this could be a fun one-on-one, me and Chubbs. So I reached out to Chubbs about recording, and this motherfucker, right? So if you don't want to fucking record, just tell me you don't want to record, right? Or you can't record, whatever. But if this is not a fucking made up fucking thing, well, let me tell you. So I reached out to Chubbs, and this motherfucker, he says, dude, I want to, but I can't because I'm dog sitting for my aunt. You know what? Fuck Chubbs. Fuck Chubbs. Fuck Nate. Fuck Mike. And now, yeah. fuck the boys with their toys. Fuck all y'all, right? Dog sitting for your fucking aunt. Get the fuck out of here. I think I could have made up a better excuse than that, right? So fuck the boys with their toys. And yeah. And if you've been listening to the past few episodes, I don't know what the fuck they're doing. Like, they ran out of shit to talk about. Their final round for the past two episodes that I listened to, they were like trying to hum theme songs, and the other guys were trying to guess what it is. Holy shit. You guys have hit the bottom of the fucking barrel, my friends. But try to guess this one. That means that's all, folks. No, but really. The boys with their toys. I love those guys. Hopefully they know I'm just fucking around. I really want to get all of them on the show. Or maybe I can go on their show if they want. But I really dig those guys. And if you don't know, those guys, boys with the toys, actually led me to the RLU. So I really like those guys. Yeah, so my normal work schedule always threw a wrench in when I can record, especially with guests, because sometimes I'd work nights and I just fuck everything up. So with all this going on now, I guess it'll change for a little bit. I'll be working days for a few weeks. So if anybody wants to throw down, let me know. I still at some point want to get my kids to record with me. But my kids are just assholes. Every time I ask them, they're like, nah, I'm good. I don't have anything to say. But my kids would be so fucking funny if they just fucking loosen up and be themselves. Fucking, my oldest son fucking got me good the other day. I ain't gonna lie. He was sitting there playing something on the Switch, and he was being an asshole. I was interested in what he was doing, right? I was like, hey, yo, what are you playing? And he comes back with, your mom. And I'm like, oh, really, little shit? I was like, that's pretty fucked up, right? You're playing with my mom? That's gross. And then he came back with, why? You play with my mom? And I was like, oh, this motherfucker. And then I couldn't come back with nothing. I was like, shut the fuck up. My kids, they would be fucking funny. All they like to talk about is fucking butts and fucking putting things in their butts. I don't know. My kids are fucking retarded. There's a little video going on where there's little girl singing a song about what's in your butthole. That's fucking something totally my kids would fucking sing or talk about. They're obsessed with fucking assholes. So since my kids are using the computer all day, I said, fuck it, I ain't gonna record. So that's why I haven't put anything out. Kids have the computer and what have you, so they just made me want to buy something else. I'm bored. I got this little device, which I'm recording on right now. I'm not recording directly on my laptop as I usually do. I got this little recorder. It's the fuck is it? It's a Zoom H6 handy recorder, which is kind of cool because you can go anywhere. You don't need a computer. You can plug in like professional microphones in this little thing, and it records everything onto a SD card. And you can plug in 4 mics, XLR mics, and you can buy like a whole bunch of attachments for it and stuff. It's pretty neat little thing. So I'm trying this out for this episode. Then I can just take the SD card and upload it on the computer so I don't have to waste all this recording time with the computer. My daughter can use it. But anyways, so since I'm not recording, what else have I been doing? I've been trying to catch up on shows that I've been wanting to watch for a long time. I hit up some older shows. Just before this whole pandemic thing, I had just finished all 14 fucking seasons of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. So that was a feat. Another show that people talk about that I have never seen, I watched all 9 seasons of How I Met Your Mother. I think I like that show better than It's Always Sunny. It's always Sunny it has its moments, but most of the episodes are just garbage. But I fucking love Danny DeVito. What else? I just finished The Office. I had never seen it all the way through. I've seen episodes here and there. So I just finished that. I watched the 3rd and final season of Future Man on Hulu. If you've never seen Future Man, it's a dumb show. I ain't gonna lie. The first season is gold. The other 2 are just kind of meh. Yeah. So if you want to watch that, season 1 of Future Man is the best. And of course, motherfucking Tiger King, right? I know everybody's already talked about Tiger King, Carole Baskin, and all this bullshit, but I didn't dig into it right away. When it first dropped, I was like, what the fuck is this Tiger King? And I didn't get into it right away. And then it just fucking blew up. Everybody was posting about Tiger King. It was fucking everywhere. So I watched it out of boredom. I was like, I don't know what the fuck else to watch. So I put it on, and it's a train wreck. It's a train wreck. Everybody on that show is a whack job. They're fucking crazy, but it's fucking great at the same time. So I don't need to tell you about Tiger King because I'm sure you've watched it already. My wife will not watch it. She refuses to watch Tiger King. She says it looks stupid. And I told her it is stupid, but that's what makes it so good. Let's see, one show we've been watching as a family is Buddy vs. Duff Part 2. If you don't know what that is, my kids love the fucking Food Network, right? Fucking, they're like watching fucking Chopped. Chopped is the shit, though. We've been watching Chopped for a long time. Chopped and fucking Beat Bobby Flay and all these fucking shows. But one thing we used to watch as a family all the time was fucking Cake Boss, right? Fucking Cake Boss, fucking Buddy Valastro, and then Duff from Ace of Cakes. They had this competition last year where they did this Buddy versus Duff, the ultimate baker, whatever the fuck. And Duff won. And Buddy was fucking pissed. He's a real sore loser, I found out. I used to like Buddy, but he's a little bitch when he loses. And so they had a second season, Buddy versus Duff, and they had the finale, and it was like a Star Wars cake, and it was pretty fucking cool. And Buddy won this time, so we watched that. And I want to say the wife got me into this, but I fucking love 90 Day Fiance. I fucking love that shit. These people are so fucking stupid too. So we've been watching 90 Day Fiance with current season with Big Ed. It's just fucking great. What else? So yeah, that's all I've been doing. I've been doing shit. I got so bored being home. I didn't even want to watch TV anymore. That's how bored I was. I was like in a funk. I was like, I gotta do something. I was just sick of TV, sick of watching shows, sick of looking at my phone. I was losing my mind. But now I'm back at work, which a couple of good things. It's like, okay, I'm back at work. I got something to do now, right? I have a purpose. But at the same time, I look back and I was like, God damn, I wasted fucking 5 weeks of doing nothing where I could have got a lot of shit done, and I didn't. So I'm the dumbass. Now I gotta go back to work and get back in the groove. And now my excuse is gonna be that I don't have time anymore. But after the whole bike fiasco, I'm getting my ass up and moving and doing stuff. Yeah. So we are gonna paint the house, and we're gonna get new floors and carpet for upstairs, and fucking we're just gonna spend all this fucking money on stuff. Maybe I'll get a new computer. Maybe that's what I should have done, so I don't have no more excuses. But anyways, that's what I've been doing. Hopefully it didn't bore you guys too much, but I wanted to let you guys know that I'm back, and hopefully you'll start seeing a weekly show again. I need to get back in the groove. No more excuses. So again, look for that. And even though I haven't been around, I hope you guys have been listening to all the shows that are still going on the RLU, Raw Live Unedited Podcasting Network. Shows like the weekly show and my boy Adam's show, the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. I don't know why I keep saying that. I know that's not what it is. And the new shit. Oh shit. Adrian's new show, RLU After Dark. Yeah, you gotta listen to that show. If you like to hear about dirty stuff and people talk about dirty stuff, yeah, listen to that show. It's the shit. So again, the Sarlacc Digest, for those Star Wars geeks, a lot of stuff to talk about, Clone Wars and all that stuff, and Mandalorian, and there's just a lot of Star Wars stuff to talk about. Listen to those guys. What else is out there? Nerd Tunes and all the other shows on the RU. Go listen, go follow, and yep, that's my fucking show. Until next time, I'll see y'all later.
You've been listening to the Dork Dad Podcast. Please remember to follow, like, subscribe, and share with your friends. Until next time, keep it dorky.
I wonder what's inside your butthole. I wonder what's inside your butthole. Maybe there's astronauts, maybe there's aliens. Oh.